So the important point is that it was never the late president's wish to be buried in South Africa.
Okay, so finally, the matter in which the government of the Republic of Zambia sued the family to let and former 60th Republican President of the Republic of Zambia, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, was finally heard in the South African High Court yesterday. Now, for those of you that have forgotten, the state, this is the Republic of Zambia, sued the family to let Republican President Edgar Chagwa Lungu for a number of issues, actually. And this actually caused the burial of the former late Republican president to be stopped when people were actually attending a funeral service and we are hoping that on that particular day, the president or former president was going to be buried. They only heard that, the court had said, no, the families and the state need to sort out their matters within 1 month, failure to which the court was going to obviously give a ruling on what was going to be done next. Now, those of you that have followed this issue, the state and the family had engaged in some form of discussions and they made some agreements. And according to lawyer Makebi Zulu, one of the agreements that the state and the family had made was that obviously the remains of the former Republican president were going to be repatriated back to Zambia, and that the funeral arrangements were obviously going to proceed, but the incumbent president was not supposed to be there. Okay? Yeah. So now, after the arrangements were done and the agreements were made, on the day when the body was supposed to be repatriated, the family changed their mind. Obviously, because of the program that was circulated on social media with regards to how the funeral arrangements were going to be done, it was discovered, according to the family, that the program included that the president was supposed to preside over the matter. And according to the family, it was not the wish of the late that the incumbent president should preside over his funeral. Maybe obviously because of the various political issues that happened. The family said, okay, no, this president and this government had withdrawn some of the privileges of the president. They did not allow him to go for medical. A number of issues were raised. But the state challenged the family in the South African High Court and said President Edgar Chagwa Lungu was a former president in the Republic of Zambia, in which he was president for 7 years. And so it was only dignified, it was only important that his remains were repatriated to Zambia and be buried in Zambia. Now, at that point, nishinamanda ku embassy pake kuja kwa niti mashikira ma president batu bonse nishibakumba. Okay? So it meant that if President Edgar Chagwa Lungu was going to be buried in South Africa, it means ku embassy pake kuja we are going to have an empty grave. Now, ija empty grave, there is no any other former president that can be buried in there, because all our former presidents, as things stand, are gone. So it's an empty grave. Is asara so tabenga tistinashikiremo muntu. The next question is niwandani wetaka shirikiramo, because currently we only have a serving president. We don't have former presidents. So obviously that empty grave, one can only assume that it could be waiting for a former president. Yeah, or whoever is going to die in the near future who is going to be president, because ya jamanda nyama presidents ichabe. Sio shikira kwa kawaya. Now, yesterday, the court obviously received submissions from both the family and the government of the Republic of Zambia lawyers. Now, to be honest with you, I personally was disappointed. I was disappointed in both the government of the Republic of Zambia, and I was also disappointed in the family. Bane, legal jargon, legal issues are not easy to understand because of just the big words that these lawyers use. Kulima expedite, kulima repatriation, kulima jurisdiction. A lot of words that these people use. Now, on top of the big words that are used by lawyers, extradition, on top of all these big words, both of you decided to hire white lawyers. Mane, chizungu chane chikamba mu black. At least we mu black ungachite ko understand pangono. But muzungu ama company shaslanga. Then afakirepo kunkhala lawyer manje paslang akambe mawedzi akulu. Munatitaya mwe. Munatitaya bia. Most of us, we were just waiting on the judges to tell us whether bazashikira ku South Africa or bazashikira mu Zambia, because wambiri bise vinatipita vinali kukambiwa pacha. where kwanza libe tisiba ku South Africa ni mixed racial population but kwanza libe ma lawyers bafirika bakuti chizungu chamene bakamba tinazendera pa same level. Why did we decide to hire abazungu ma lawyers? Awe vinatipita mwandi ntizapite mumbali vinatipita ize tenzo yembekeza chabe kuti bakambe chabe kuti ni kusasasa olo ni ku embassy park Mzambi but awo mwandi aba mkatifunza kulibe tenzo mbele chabe ma jurisdiction tenzo mbele chabe ma expedite ma vinatipita mwandi nane na yeserera yesterday kuti nipange ka video but nane nizambira pati. That's why kuli ma courses yenangu but then kuli law. Let's have trust in our black lawyers. Bazungu autikosesera chabe wikaroma ija inatikosera. We're just waiting for the ruling manja pa yaba lawyer on whether it is for embassy or ni mwamene muno Mzambia. Otherwise that one was a very tough one. For those of you that were waiting to understand what I also didn't understand anything manje nani pita ba. Okay, so as we wait for the ruling on where the body is going to be buried here or in South Africa, please don't forget to create your account with 1xBet. Yes, use the promo code KENDUMBO. Make a deposit of any amount to get a bonus of up to 300%. And yes, utilize that bonus to bet on various 1x games and casino games. The English Premier League will be starting very soon. And yes, it should find you having an account with 1xBet. Don't forget the promo code is KENDUMBO. Yes. I'm talking to you. Create that account now. Mali yotizashika, but you need money.